Hi there, it's the Liverpudlian. I'm with Iain Hoskins, and it's been 2 weeks since he opened up Tempest on Tithebarn. And yeah, do you want to just tell us a little bit, Iain, about how things have been going over the last fortnight since you opened?
Yeah, you've joined us on our 2-week anniversary party, haven't you, Peter?
Yes.
So, well, you should be able to tell us actually, because you've come in today and you've sampled the food.
Yes.
How do you think it's gone?
Yeah, it's gone really well. Yeah, there's been a nice little buzz. There's been quite a few people sitting outside. I took quite a bit of time deliberating between what I should get, whether I should get, like on the noon menu, whether I should get a burger or a bagel. I ended up getting the all-day brekkie
I was trying
bagel.
to push you towards a burger, wasn't I? Because
you was, yeah.
Because they are sensational, the burgers, but
Yeah.
it was only just turned 12, wasn't it? Or just a little bit before.
Yeah. So I was like, right, I'll get something where it's a bit of midday-ish, but then I got fries as well, which were fantastic. They were lovely.
They're our secret ingredient here, I think, our secret weapon. The fries, as I was saying to you before, I think I've kind of limited myself to one bowl or one portion every single day because I could just eat them non-stop. Very nice.
They are lovely. I finished my bowl and then I was like,
wanted another.
Yeah, I was like, I could do with another bowl here. And what drink did I have? You had the craft ale. You were telling me about the craft ale.
Yeah, the Siren. Yeah. So we did sort of deliberate quite a lot actually on who we wanted to partner with in terms of craft beers, and with no disrespect to some of the local guys, they were very well represented in Liverpool. So we didn't just want to be another place that sort of stocked them. So we did want to look at maybe something that wasn't already existing in Liverpool, that people could then sort of go, oh yeah, we've got to go there for that or something, or just offering some product that people hadn't tried before.
Like more like another unique selling point, like another kind of angle.
Yeah, and again, it's about sort of supporting kind of independent breweries and stuff like that. So I think it's nice for them to get a foothold, always not in the locality as well. I mean, obviously that's good as well. We do try and source everything kind of as locally as possible, but it is nice to sort of highlight and showcase some other breweries and craft beer makers that perhaps people wouldn't have heard of before. Yeah,
definitely. I completely agree with that. And speaking of drinks, I also had, what was it? The Tempest, Tempest cocktail.
Yeah, you knocked back a cocktail as well, didn't you?
Yeah. It was. I don't think. Do we have them?
I can tell you right now. So our signature cocktail combines raspberry vodka, cassis, and lemon juice, topped with crushed ice and prosecco.
Yes, and it was delightful. It was that like the food menu and the regular alcoholic menu. I was trying to debate what I was going to have, and this was lovely too.
That's a nice daytime one that you've kind of had. It was quite light. It's sort of, I mean, it is alcoholic, but it's not like you feel like you want to go out raging afterwards. You can sort of have that for lunchtime, and it is nice, and it goes well with food. It goes well with any food actually. Because it is light.
Yeah, I'll be able to go back and do some work now. I won't be prevented from that.
Well, you have been mixing your drinks yet.
I've gotten this me. I've had 2 already, crying out loud, but
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, obviously, in our cocktail menu, there is our own signature cocktails, which we've sort of, we've got a really good combination of people that have worked for lots of great cocktail places and people that we've trained in-house as well. So as well as the house specials, we then obviously do have a classic cocktail list as well, so that's got everything that you would kind of, all the ones that you would kind of want, from your old-fashioned Negronis, Manhattans, Zombies, Long Island iced tea, mojitos, things like that. So they're the stuff that people generally will order for their first drink, because they want something that they know, and then they kind of get a bit more adventurous and go, oh, actually, let's try this and stuff. So they'll kind of move to the other ones. One thing that you didn't have, which you might want to try next time you come, is our frozen cocktails. So we've got kind of, did you clock that behind the bar, frozen slush machine?
No, I don't think I did.
So maybe save that for a warmer day actually, because it's a little bit overcast today. But we've got frozen margaritas, frozen daiquiris. We've got various different things that we sort of have. Each weekend we'll put something on which might just be what we consider sort of a special, but it's something kind of a little bit left field that kind of that you might not kind of imagine a frozen cocktail should be. So kind of keep a watch out for those as well.
Okay, fab. Thank you.
And then, I mean, if you are coming with friends, we've got our pictures as well. So if you're wanting stuff to share, then pretty much most of our classic cocktails can be made into pictures. Obviously, some cocktails can't be that, but kind of the building a glass ones all work really, really great as pictures too.
Yeah. No, they sound great, and I think what's great is we've got a whole selection of a whole host of stuff that I think any taste can get. So if you're not wanting something too sweet or you're wanting something absolutely sweet, it's a whole variety of things.
Yeah, that was definitely the point, trying to have something for everybody. We've got quite a wide demographic of people that kind of come here, from kind of older ladies at lunch to kind of young students to professionals and stuff. So it's a very varied kind of audience that we've got here. So it is good to be able to provide them with quite a variety. And actually, as I said before, people sometimes do dive into kind of what they know, but then they will get a bit more adventurous on the second and third one.
Yeah. And I just thought it also, while we were talking about locally, sourced drinks and that, and food, I also thought I'd just mention, because on the menu, which one was it? It was the fruit bagel. It was generously spread and served with Tempest honey, and I thought that was quite an interesting thing to also chat to you about, with the Tempest honey and the bees on the rooftop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes. So I mean, we've got on our roof, I mean, they're tucked and hidden away, so don't worry if you come for a function, they're not going to be all buzzing around you and stuff. They're on a separate section of the roof to the public, but they, we've got our own beekeeper who comes in and harvests them. So at the moment we're kind of picking up fresh bee facts every single week when he visits, actually, because he tells me lots of really interesting facts. The fact that actually I thought our bees would probably, because I said to them, well, where do they go to kind of to pollinate and things like that and stuff, and I assumed it might just be some bits of scrub meadowland that might be kind of down the docks or somewhere, or Gervais Park. But he said they fly all the way to Sefton Park Meadows apparently to do what they do. So that's as far as we go for our honey, actually, with Sefton Park Meadows. So they kind of do that, they come back, and we've got them in the hives upstairs.
That's brilliant.
He kind of brings us little gifts. There's obviously times of the year that they harvest them. So we've got, actually at the moment we're living off last year's stuff. He created, he put in an extra hive, actually, which we just put in a couple of weeks ago. So I think the original hive, I think that's kind of, that will be bearing fruit in about 3 weeks. So that'll be ultra fresh.
Oh, lovely.
Which would be good. So we use that in some of the cocktails, we use that in some of the food. And once we've got a really good supply of that, we will be selling that over the counter as to wholesale.
Yeah. Oh, that's fab, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'll be really good. I think a lot of people will like that locally as well.
It's nice, and the beekeeper actually as well. He is the same guy that apparently the two cathedrals have beehives on the roof there as well.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So he's the man in Liverpool that literally does them all. So I don't know what it is about roofs and bees. I don't know if they've got to be up high or whether that's just a good use of a roof. I don't know, but it's something we're really proud to be involved with, actually, because obviously trying to be as sustainable as possible. We've just actually signed up to Too Good to Go. I don't know if you've heard of that at all, which basically it's an app where you can sign up and basically for, it's not just independent businesses, a lot of kind of other places have signed up to that, but you register and you can basically kind of bid for bags of produce that kind of, they're not out of date, but they just need to kind of go by the end of the day. So I guess it's the kind of the bar or restaurant equivalent of going to Tesco's and looking for the little yellow stickers.
So that's really good.
So we just signed up for that today because we've got a kind of our own bakery in house, which we're producing our own, cakes and pastries and stuff. So I think that's a really good initiative to make sure that kind of just food is used, and people maybe that are slightly on low incomes or love a bargain can get really great restaurant quality food at really cheap prices.
That's really good. And that's
when I got, to be honest, I'd heard of it before. I didn't really know how it worked, and that was a really, really interesting. The way that it works is really, really good, and I think it ticks a lot of boxes. Everyone loves a bargain. You can try things that you might want. You might not want to pay full price for, or you try it once and think, God, that was great. I've not been able to get anything which, because basically you're only putting on the app food that you would be probably thrown away at the end of that day. So if you haven't got it, you've sold out. Yeah. So it does create this little bit of a frenzy where people are kind of going on at a certain point of the day and kind of trying to bid for stuff. And I say bid, it's not like it kind of goes up, but you just try and sort of go, right, okay, I've got that one.
Yeah,
and people,
it's like a first come, first serve kind of
and
basis.
people get all sorts of, they're kind of waiting for it and then checking out their favourite places and stuff. And predominantly, I think there are chains. I think Pret's involved with it, but there's a lot of really good independents there, so that's definitely worth checking out if you're like a bargain. Yeah,
I think that's worth a lot of people checking out. And do you want to tell us as well about the your opening time? So if people do want to come pop in, get a couple of drinks or have some lunch and that, they can.
Yeah, so we're open from 8:30 in the mornings during weekdays. So that's kind of our kind of work, kind of coffee to go, breakfast, that type of stuff. That's when our our bakery. I've got to the bakery and a pastry. Our bakery is in full flow at that point. So. That's stuff fresh out the oven, beautiful cakes and stuff like that, and muffins and pastries and fresh bagels and things like that, which is great. So and then through the week we say we're open till late. At the moment it's about 9 o'clock. This end of town goes a little bit quiet. Once trade starts building up, we will be kind of pushing that back later and stuff. Weekends open till 11-12. We're hopefully in the next couple of weeks starting to get the bookings that a lot of people have pre-booked with us for events, which fingers crossed we might get a kind of all clear that we can do. If not, we've got a lot of outside space, so some of those bookings we're able to still do events on the roof and things like that while keeping part of the government restrictions and things. So weekends are open late. Sundays we close a little bit earlier. We're kind of closed by about 10, but open at 10 a.m. For brunches on Saturday and Sunday.
Fab.
Yeah.
No, it's been really great talking to you, Iain. This is Iain Hoskins, owner of Tempest on Tithebarn, as well as Ma Boyle's as well, on just along the Strand, Water Street. So it's been really great talking to you on your 2-week anniversary, and I'm sure I'll be back to come and try some of the other food and just tell as many people about it as possible.
Perfect.
It's really lovely here, and it's
brilliant.
Great.
Thanks, Peter.
So, thanks very much, Iain. Cheers.
Cheers.
Now.